So, I hear you like to shoot steel, but are you doing it safely? Let's talk about it. So there's no hard and fast rules per se, but there are some general guiding principles that I highly, highly, highly recommend you adhere to. Number one, make sure you're getting your steel from a quality manufacturer, a reputable company. You want good steel. When it comes to rifle round or anything that's kind of a hot round, you really want to be shooting at hardened steel, like AR-500. 5.56 can be kind of brutal to AR-500 steel. You will start to get some divots over time. So maybe if you're shooting a lot of 5.56, then go with like an AR-550. Now, divots, that's another important thing, is constantly be inspecting your target. So you have to look for these divots, make sure there's no divots if you can help it, or at least make sure the divots are shallow enough. Now, what is shallow enough? I mean, the safest thing to do, honestly, if you see a divot, it's time to retire that piece of steel. That's why you want to be very careful not to shoot at your steel with any green tip ammo. And you want to avoid steel core ammo as well, like some of the 7.62x39 stuff that you get from Russia. What else? We need to make sure that we are shooting it at a good angle. You can see a lot of these steel targets are angled, even the dueling trees. Now, these stationary targets, it's so much more important that it's at a good angle, because that bullet's going to hit, and that energy needs to go somewhere. But because it's directed at this angle, the bullet's going to go down towards the ground. Targets where the plates swing to the side, they do a little bit better at dissipating that energy, but even then you can still see how the dueling tree is at an angle just for added safety. These targets that, you see a lot of hanging plate targets that are vertical, but because they swing out, that bullet hits and then starts to be directed towards the ground as the plates swing out. But you don't want to be shooting steel that's just completely vertical. You're just kind of asking for trouble. Make sure your steel is from a reputable manufacturer. Make sure there's no divots. Make sure the angle is good. And then number 4 is shoot it from a proper distance. Look at what the manufacturer recommends for the distance. I know they're going to be a little conservative and you may want to shoot your steel a little bit closer, but make sure you're at the very least wearing eye protection every time you shoot steel. If I were to squeeze one more tip in there, it would be have fun.